Happy New Year! Can you believe it's 2023 already? Me either. You guys, this is me trying to set up my new GoPro. My niece bought me a GoPro for Christmas because I told her that I've been thinking about making a different kind of YouTube videos for a while now. So she was so thoughtful in wanting to help me achieve this goal. Plus, she's also holding me accountable to make sure that I actually make the videos. But as you can see, I'm struggling, and not just with the equipment. Oh, I guess it needs a memory card. No memory card in the box. Okay, go to Amazon. Amazon's always here to save the day, right? As I looked at this GoPro on Christmas, I was really excited to have such a nice camera, but I was also really terrified because there's a reason that I haven't made the type of videos that I really want to make. I don't feel like I'm good enough. I don't like the way that I look, especially on camera. I don't know how to run the equipment. I don't know how to put a story together in a video, and so many other excuses. As I think about these excuses, I imagine somebody telling me these excuses and the response that I would give to them, which is, none of that really matters. Of course, the first video is going to be messy. Make it anyway. Of course, you don't know what you're doing if you've never done it before. Do it anyway. This new adventure is going to help you grow in so many different ways in your life. You have no idea. It takes me back to when I first started my blog in 2018. I had no idea what I was getting myself into and no idea how much I would learn and grow as a person. And I can't believe it's already been 4 years. But I'm so thankful that I took that chance and that I did that thing that was super scary at the time, but I knew that I wanted to do. So I'm making different videos. I'm doing that. It was one of my New Year's resolutions, and now I have the equipment that I needed, so this is what I'm doing. So what are these different types of videos? Well, there are some that I've been watching on YouTube quite a bit that I really like, that I'm using as inspiration for these new videos. Here are a few of my favorite channels. The first one is a channel called Yes Theory, which I absolutely love. If you haven't watched any of their videos, you have to go check them out. They're really inspirational and they talk about seeking discomfort. They have this clothing line that's called Seek Discomfort, which I really, really love. I like not only the videos, but the message behind them because they're all about inspiration. They're about doing things that make you feel uncomfortable, but that you're glad that you did. And they're about, stepping out of your comfort zone and challenging yourself to do new things. So if you haven't checked them out, make sure that you do. They have tons of subscribers and they're really great videos. The next one that I absolutely love is called Ghost Town Living. It's about this guy who bought a ghost town and he's been living there now for about 3 years. And he's also very inspirational in the videos that he posts. And he talks about getting out of the normal everyday things that you do, off of social media, off of your computer, and going out in nature and exploring things, which is something that I don't think people do enough of nowadays. Another one that I like is called the B1M. This one is about architecture, which is really kind of interesting, but it's really more about pushing the limits in projects that people are making. I love this channel because I like the way that the videos are put together and I like the stories behind all of them. And even though I'm not really particularly interested in architecture, the videos are fascinating and I love the way that he tells stories. There's another channel that I like called Black Till Studio, which is about a guy who's a woodworker and he also makes tables that, like acrylic tables and desks and things, which is fun to watch. Another one is called Bright Sun Films. He talks about businesses that are bankrupt and abandoned, which is interesting to hear stories of big companies, things like Circuit City and JCPenney, and I think there was one about Kodak that was really cool. I like the way he tells stories. And then the last one is really kind of funny. If you haven't watched this channel, you definitely should. It is a channel that my niece and I actually watch, which is really funny. It's called The Deal Guy, and he basically just talks about sales that different companies are having. So he does videos on like Costco and Sam's and Amazon and Walmart, Target, Best Buy. He did a bunch of them over Black Friday and then a bunch of them over Cyber Monday, and then he does them for like Prime Day for Amazon. So my niece and I just love to watch him. And we find some really good deals too. He's really entertaining and he's really funny. So what's the whole point of making these new videos? Well, for me, it's a New Year's resolution, and it's something that I want to do to challenge myself and hopefully in the process to help other people, the same as I have in the past. I really, really like New Year's resolutions. It's something for me, I love the changing seasons. I like challenging myself to do something new, and New Year's just always seems like a great time to start something new. I was looking really hard for my New Year's resolutions from last year, and I have all these journals that I really, really love. I guess I'm like really old school where I like to write with paper and pens. And mostly I like to write them because I like to keep them and look back on them from years ago. It's always interesting to me to see what I was struggling with back then and what I'm still struggling with now. And in some places, how far I've come, and in other places, how far I still have to go. And it's really scary, honestly, to look at the ones when I first started, they're from like 2012 or 13. And to know that I'm still struggling with the same things now that I was struggling with back then, it's frustrating, but then it's also, it inspires me to actually make those changes because 2013, I think, is when I started, at 2012, which is literally 10 years now. So it's time to stop complaining about the same things and to start actually make some changes. So since I couldn't find my New Year's resolutions from last year, I can't really go over what they were. I'm sure they're kind of the same thing as what they have been for years, which is really lose weight and save money. So that's really what my New Year's resolutions are going to be this year. I don't know what happened to the journal that I had. I think I finished one, so I decided to just go ahead and start a new one. I like to buy these ones from Walmart that are like 99 cents, or at least they used to be, probably pre-inflation. And then I always like dress them up. I get paper bags from the store and cover them with paper bags. And then I find different stickers. I don't know why I found this Create Everyday sticker. I think somebody sent it to me. But I live close to Boston, so I love the Boston sticker. And then New Kids on the Block is my favorite band, so I like that. And I also had a GoPro sticker that I put on the back of it as well. So this year, my New Year's resolutions are pretty simple. I probably have more than what most people have. Most people just stick to like one or two, which I think is really what they tell you. But I like to make a list of the things that I'm really interested in doing and challenge myself. So that way, if I only complete one or two, then I still feel like I've done something. So my New Year's resolution is, of course, to lose weight. I know that 100 pounds seems like a lot, but it's really not a lot for me. Number two is paying off my credit cards. I think I have 3 different credit cards that I would like to pay off. Number three is save $1,000, which for me is pretty challenging because I have never really had a savings account, which is sad to say because I'm 37 and how have I not had a savings account? I'm sure that there will be more videos on that soon. My next New Year's resolution is to set up a budget, which I am working on, and we'll talk about a little bit more about that in a minute. And then also to finish writing my book. I have about 12 different ideas for books, so that's important, and one of them needs to get done this year. And the last one is to make a new video every single week. That means at the end of this year, I should have 50 to 52 videos, which I hope that I can stick to that one because I really, really, I really want to do it. Really, quite a bit. So I want to talk just a little bit about saving money. As far as my New Year's resolutions go, 3 of them are about saving money, paying off my credit cards, saving $1,000, and setting up a budget. I'm really, really bad at spending way too much money. So somebody told me a long time ago to get these envelopes that are like for cash envelopes. And I thought, well, that's such a silly idea, especially because nowadays everybody uses credit cards or debit cards, right? But to me, it's so easy to spend money when you're using a debit card. And I mean, you spend money, or at least I spend money so quickly, I don't even know where it goes. So I thought maybe I could go back to that advice and have different envelopes and actually get cash so that I could save money for different things that I want to save money for. So obviously spending money and gas for my car are really important things. And then to have some money that I'm going to save. And then there are a couple of other things that are really important to me. And just a side note, I love how colorful these envelopes are. I am one of those people who collects pens in different colors, as you can see from my Sharpies. And then I have tons of other pens that I love are in colors. I hardly ever get them in like black or blue. I always want the really special fun colors. Okay, so there are a couple of other things that I wanted to save money for. New Kids on the Block is my favorite band, and they're probably not going on tour this year, but they will start selling tickets usually October, November-ish. So I'm going to save money for some New Kids tickets because I'm kind of a ticket snob and I like to get tickets that are like on the front row or very close. Some other things are my mom and dad are supposed to be coming to Boston sometime this year. So I'm going to start putting away a little bit of money for when they come here. We're going to do some really fun things. So I'm going to need some money because everything's expensive here. We're supposed to go whale watching, which I've never done before. So I'm really excited to be able to go. Another thing that I am saving some money for is adventures with my niece, Carly. We like to go explore different little towns around New England. And hopefully, a lot of those adventures that we have, I'll be able to make videos about. So that's my budget. Those are the cash things. All of my other bills are going to be paid electronically, but I'm going to try really, really hard not to spend any money that's not budgeted. All right, so there's one last thing that I wanted to leave you with. I read this quote that says, if you focus on one thing single-mindedly for a year, what will you achieve? I love quotes like that because they're really, really motivational for me. And there are so many things that I want to achieve. As you can see from my New Year's resolutions, there's quite a few of them. But if there was one thing that I focused all of my time and attention and all of my thoughts and all of my dreaming right before I go to bed, all of those things, what could I really achieve? I'm always pulled in so many different directions because there's so many things that I want to do. There's so many books that I want to read. There's so many things that I like to do in my free time. It kind of reminds me of this new job that I have. I always tell people I have 300 number one priorities and like 1,500 number two priorities. And that seems, that's my job, my day job, but that seems like the same thing that I deal with when I'm at home too. So this year I'm trying to focus all of my time and attention on just a few simple things rather than so many things. And we'll see where it goes. I'd really like to know what your resolutions are too, and the one thing that you're going to single-mindedly focus on this year. Tell me in the comments. I would love to hear them. Hi there! I just wanted to take a minute to say thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Please consider subscribing to my channel. I'm working very hard to produce content that will help you, and I really, really appreciate your support. Also, if you want some more inspiration, check out this video right here.